Hey guys, Jacob with Jacob Comics. Alright, we have a really fun episode today. We're going to be reviewing the wrap up to Spider Man 2099 Exodus, the Omega issue. Alright, now before we get dived into the adventures of Miguel O'Hara and friends, I do want to let you guys know about the 500 subscriber giveaway. Now, when we hit 500 subscribers, we'll be giving this book away. It's a Silver Cerberus #1. All you have to do is like, comment, and be subscribed to the channel. That'll give you a chance to win. And when we hit 500 subscribers, we'll be raffling off the book, and I'll put a video up to notify the winner. Alright, guys, let's get dived into Spider Man 2099 Exodus Omega. Now, as always, there's a couple things we have to cover before we get completely dived into the issue. First off, I want to let you guys know we're going to be going heavy into spoilers. So if you don't want to be spoiled for Spider Man 2099 Exodus Omega, that's your warning. Next, we always have to shout out the creative team because without the creative team, we wouldn't have a comic book, right, guys? So the writer for this is Steve Orlando. The artist is Paul Fry. The colors are done by Dono Sanchez Almara, and the letters are done by VC's Clayton Cowles. It does start with a foreword to get us caught up on remembering what's going on if you guys forgot. And that says, after a massive celestial body crashes into the wastelands outside of Nueva York, a new Garden of Eden erupts from the crash site, offering unimaginable power. Miguel O'Hara, the Spider Man of 2099, has rallied all of 2099's heroes to protect this celestial garden from the Cabal, an oppressive Illuminati group founded by Norman Osborn, the first Green Goblin. The Cabal's black cards put them above the law, but Spider Man's got a Hail Mary plan to shut those cards down. It's a final showdown with untold wealth and living technology on the line. It's Spider Man versus the Green Goblin for the keys to the future, and Norman Osborn's never fought a spider like Miguel O'Hara before. And we start, and I don't know if this is a first appearance or if she's appeared before, but we have the like the wife of Uadu the Watcher talking, and she's kind of overlooking the situation and sort of telling the story, and as we get into the story, then it's kind of cool too. Like I'm not gonna lie, I was like, whoa, the Watcher's watching watching Miguel today. Um, and so then we see Miguel facing off against Norman, and Norman says, O'Hara, don't complicate this. Stand down or be put down. I've fought the real Spider Man hundreds of times. Miguel says, funny, Osborn. I only plan on fighting you once. And Norman says, of course, you're not funny, not like Peter. You're the tough one. I'm the one who bootstrapped his way to the top, who turned this planet into a playground for those with buy in. Miguel says, a black card won't save you from me. Norman says, I could pull off your legs one by one. No one in the world would stop me. I pulled a dead god out of the sky. So much for Doom. Sure, he killed a celestial with psionic adamantium, but he was too stupid to see what he'd made. The seed for a garden of mutant and celestial power. So yes, the mutants can go ahead and claim this land. I just don't care. I don't need to. The masters of evil could have stolen it out from under me, but you took them off the board. Now the garden's gifts will put galaxies in my grip. This green chrysalis, it won't be able to hold me anymore, Spider. I'll crack the shell and emerge, wet and new. I'll rise, at last. The Galactic Goblin, as he turns from Norman into this new Galactic Goblin here. And so then Bloodhawk and Nostromo are talking, and Bloodhawk's like, if you can take out the black cards, that would help a lot because they're basically all rich because Norman Osborn hasn't paid off. So Ghost Rider 2099 comes in with his technology skills and is like, yeah, I'll definitely help with that, right? We'll try to get a hold of their black cards. And so Nostromo and Ghost Rider are working on that, while at the same time, Norman Osborn and Spider Man and all the X Men are fighting the Green Goblin, right? And all of his bad guys that he has with him. We get a double page spread there, and so then the fight continues. He, Miguel webs him in the face and says, "This isn't your Sentry Goblin." And he says, "I've owned it since before you were born." And he says, "You dug your claws in deep, Osborn, no doubt, but times change. Nothing lasts forever." Osborn says, "I do. I outlived the greatest of the so-called heroic age, and toasted the next with the blood of the Avengers. I read this future in their outstretched guts. Tell me, what do you think I'll see in yours? That feeling you've got like a gazelle in the laws of a lion? That's what this card means. It's a reservation at the top of the food chain." And I just wanted to show this one too because I kind of really like this depiction here of the galactic goblin, if you will. It super reminds me of the early Spider-Man movies, and Goblin's just crazy eyed. Norman Osborn's crazy eyed looking at him with a sword straight. It's just a, I liked it. And so Spider-Man asks Lila, hey, use the car. Basically, they had already thought of this before. He's like, hit the gas, and so this car comes flying, a flying car, right? Comes flying at Norman, and Norman uses the sword that he's been wielding to chop that in half, and he says, "Some things really are eternal. Spiders belong under my boot, and from down there you do look like Peter after all," as he wounds Miguel really badly with the sword that he's been using. And at the same time, then Valkyrie 2099 comes in and cuts off Norman Osborn's arm, and he's yelling, and she goes, "Still too much? New Asgard's rubbing off on me," because she said, "Have at the galactic goblin," as she cut his arm off. And so she's shown up, but that doesn't really stop the galactic goblin. He throws kind of a gas bomb, and it explodes, and so Spider and Valkyrie back off. Valkyrie calls in her special horse, and Miguel webs the web slings up to the horse, and so the horse is. I'll just show you. So the horse is flying away up here, and Miguel web slings up to her flying horse, right? And so then Norman he uses his armor to cauterize the cut off arm, and he tells the thing, "Spider, skin pim pocket 14, give me a glider." And out pops a glider for the Green Goblin to glide on, and he's laughing away, ah, ha, 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 like a crazed maniac, headed towards Spider-Man and Valkyrie in the air, hanging from a web to basically a flying unicorn that she has, right? And throughout all this, it's kind of been interspersed with Nostromo and Ghost Rider trying to get a hold of the black card from the Green Goblin. Well, when Valkyrie chopped the arm off, he was able to get a hold of the arm, therefore now he has it. So they then head to so then we go back to in the air, Norman Osborn chasing Miguel and Valkyrie with this really really cool right here. And then, so as you can see, Spider-Man jumps off the horse and punches Goblin right in the face off the glider, and they both land in some water, right? And then we go back to Nostromo and Ghost Rider, who are able to use the the Green Goblin arm to access all of Green Goblin's stuff and basically start shutting him down. Like Ghost Rider gets inside the machine, you know what I'm saying, and starts shutting it down. So then it's a all out brawl between Miguel and Norman in this water, and they're beating the heck out of each other, right? But what do you know? The Nostromo and Ghost Rider 2099 come through and are able to destroy all the black cards and basically wipe out all the money that all of Norman Osborn's henchmen had, that he had paid them already, so now they're broke. Like, the money disappeared. So they're pretty upset about that. And they're like, you muties might have nuked our black cards, but we're not going down alone. And, obviously our heroes are like, okay, we're going to keep fighting you, but they're who knows how it's gonna go. And then who comes in but the Avengers, and we get another big panel here, and Black Panther 2099, yelling the catchphrase, Avengers assemble. And so the Avengers join the fray to help finish off all of these former black card wearing people that were paid off by Norman Osborn, right? And so they're basically taking them all out. Like, as example, there's this one guy who yells, "So what? The Masters slaughtered the last Avenger. No way you rejects stop us from going out in a blaze of glory." And as he says that, he gets hit in the head with a Captain America shield. And she says, "Anyone else offering teeth and last words?" So that's kind of how that battle's going now that the Avengers have arrived with the X-Men, and it's X-Men 2099 and Avengers 2099 versus all of Norman's guys. And then we go back to the battle now that Norman's computer system isn't helping him. We see Miguel's basically slowly starting to win the battle, right? And he says to him, "You pulled on the strings, Osborn. You built heaven and earth, but you don't own it. You're done, Goblin. Your crew's done, penniless, friendless, and hopeless. Welcome to 2099. Welcome to your future." And then we kind of go back to the Watcher, and she says, "And so the sick boil known as Norman Osborn has at last been lanced. The Cabal, who long used the Earth as its purging grounds, bereft of the planet they claim to own, face justice on planet Wakanda, humbled by the very people they once drove out, while their gardens' gifts stand to benefit an entire world. New medicines, new foods, new elements, a new society to protect, all born of celestial and mutant power. The Cabal's sentinels were remolded into a mutant city, a new home to replace the one they burned, and a prison for the man who gave the order." As we see Norman Osborn's in prison, the Goblin will live out his days watching those he preyed upon prosper in the shadow of Oasis X. As we're kind of given a preview here, or hopefully, guys, a preview of some, maybe an upcoming X-Men 2099. I don't know. It's probably not going to happen. But we got the X-Men 2099 now, living in this new home they call Oasis X, built on, where the Celestial crash landed and all that, cool advanced technology. And then, so she continues to say, the center of progress for a world upended. In a second, every black card holder's wealth went up in flames, and every celestial boon they would have hoarded will now be free. To all who make the pilgrimage, the chains that choked a generation are finally broken because of a Spider-Man. Miguel O'Hara, who fought back when no one else would. Earth 2099 lives on, and none of us, not even Spider-Man. We get another double page here. And there's a last page reveal. Don't go away yet, guys. There is another first appearance in here. And so the last page reveal, so she says, and none of us, not even Spider-Man, will face tomorrow alone. And then we see this new character coming in, and she says, "Hail, Miguel. Quite the sour night you've chosen to welcome me to Earth." And Miguel says, "Only kind Nueva York's got, Spider-Woman. And why wait? There's no time like the present." And this is what she looks like, guys. Right there. Kind of get two panels of her. They say her name. She speaks. I don't think you can call that a cameo. I think that's first full. Even though it's on just the one page. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah. And they if they're not coming out with more of these guys, they're really teasing us, because that's mean. That's mean there at the end if there's not more. If there's not more coming. Alright, guys, that's yep, that is Spider-Man 2099 Exodus Omega. And yeah, just I kind of sort of spoiled it there. My thoughts on it are I actually kind of like the whole 7-part thing if we get more of these characters. Otherwise, then it sort of, I'm not sure what the point was, right? That's where I'm at. Like, I think they introduced us to a lot of really cool characters with a lot of really cool designs. It's obvious that they put a lot of work into really thinking about how these new characters they introduced were gonna look, having it all designed out, because they're all really cool looking. And yeah, where's it? So where's it gonna go now? Because that's where I'm at. If this is all we ever get from it, then this is definitely a pass, right? There's, I would have to give it a thumbs down and recommend you guys pass on it, because it's just an introduction to a bunch of different characters that are all pretty cool. And if we never hear from them again, then being introduced to a character in one issue is cool, but you got to keep kind of building the characters on. And like I've said, umpteen million times at this point now, the 7-part mini would have been better served being more about and more focused on Miguel if we don't ever get anything else out of this. But if this leads to like a Spider-Man 2099 ongoing, and an X-Men 2099 ongoing, and maybe like an Avengers 2099 ongoing, which I could totally see from the characters that they set up, then I think this was a really cool jump on point for everyone to be introduced to a bunch of new characters. And yeah, so that's what I have today. I in those hopes that this is something that's going to lead to bigger things down the road. In those hopes, it was good, and if we get more, I will look back on this and remember fun times. And so that's why, because of all of that, I'm gonna give Spider-Man Exodus Omega a thumbs up, but that is kind of based on the fact that there's follow-up to these characters. If we look back on this in 5 years and they never did anything else with this and this was it, then I'll then it probably would get thumbs down. But because I'm a giant Spider-Man 2099 fan, and I want more Miguel, and I want more of that universe, and so yep, just I guess hope. I don't know. That's what I have today, guys. Spider-Man 2099 Exodus Omega gets a thumbs up. Or Orlando, you could tell he had love for 2099 and was a fan as a kid, and I loved his take on it, and I hope we get more. That's where I'm at. All right, guys. If you like this kind of content, remember like, comment, and subscribe. It'll give you a chance to win the Silver Cerberus #1. Um, and yeah, if you want to help support the channel, we're currently selling a $50 mystery box. Contact me on IG, or you could click the link below, shop on my eBay store. Alright, guys, we'll see you tomorrow, and have a great day. Hey guys, Jacob with Jacob Comics. All right, I'm really happy and excited to share this with the community. So what we have here, what are we looking at? It's my first ever mystery box. It's DC and Marvel only, #1s only. So it's all going to be all #1 issues, all DC, all Marvel. They're going to be a guaranteed value of $60 on every single mystery box. There are only 30 boxes total. And all I'm asking, guys, is $50 shipped. So $50 shipped, and I'll guaranteed you'll get $60 in value in #1 Marvel and DC only. And yep, there's also going to be 5 grand prize winners, and the 5 grand prize winners or mini prize winners are going to get $100 in value mystery prize box. So they're going to be 5 boxes valued at $100, and then there's going to be a grand prize winner, guys. And the grand prize winner is going to win this Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man #1 slab in a 9.8 of the Del Auto Virgin Edition Scorpion Comics limited print. And additionally, not only are you going to get the slab, but you're also going to get a $60 mystery box as well. So you'll get to open up a mystery box full of #1 issues just like everybody else, and you'll get this cool slab. So that's the grand prize winner gets the slab and a $60 value mystery box. And then there's going to be 5 mystery boxes, mini prize winners valued at $100. And then, yep, only 30 boxes total. So I'm asking for the community's help and support on this one. If you guys could help me out and help me to sell out of the 30 boxes, that'd be super amazing. And yep, these are some of the books that you'll see in the mystery box in the #1 only Jacob Comics first ever exclusive mystery box. All right, guys, and the best way to find out how to purchase them is to get a hold of me on Instagram at Jacob_comic. So it's the same as my YouTube, but without the S on the end. And again, I really appreciate the community's support and helping me spread the word about this mystery box. I thank you very much in advance. And yep, we'll see you guys tomorrow as always, and have a great day, okay?